Good morning, and welcome to Rudolph's Mountains. An early start today. We've got fog in the valleys. We've started out in Stones Thwaite, and the first section of this walk is through a forest, so in the dark and the fog there won't be much to see, which is why I'm doing the route this way around. So I shall hopefully pick you up on the hillside, and about half an hour's time we should start to get some light, be able to see where we're going. Wow, that trek up through the forest was steep. Oh, you know the old adage, be bold, start cold. Although I'm a bit soft, and I always say, don't be silly, you'll get chilly. I lasted about 10 minutes before I was stripping clothes off. Shortly, the path disappears and we've got a stretch of pathless terrain, which so far in the lakes has been quite unusual. Yeah, over to our first top, and I think the mist is lifting slightly. Oh, actually it's valley fog which is forecast today, but the forecast didn't know how high it was going to go, and so I'm hoping our first top, which isn't too big, will be above it. Wow, got the light at this time in the morning. It's just so special. I love coming out for a sunrise. Oh yuck. This is where we turn off this lovely path and head into what looks fairly unpleasant. Well, for all my worries earlier, it hasn't been too bad. There's been a track I can follow all the way so far. I'm above the fog. It's absolutely beautiful. Bit of an inversion over there, look at that. Wow. And sunrise is in about 4 minutes time, so not quite high enough to be able to see that come over the horizon. Not a million miles away. Well, no sooner had I opened my mouth, the path just evaporated into nothing, and I've just been following a bearing really, heading just to the left of Coldbarrow Fell. I'm in this massive, spongy, boggy wasteland. And you know, it's absolutely brilliant. Just look around me. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh, I got a one of those highs you get in the mountains when you climb out above the fog, and the air is so clear. It is so beautiful. Wow. Welcome to the top of Low Saddle, our first Nuttall of the day, and wow, is it beautiful. No words needed. I think I'll do a quick daisy tour of this one, because on a day like today, the other tops might be busy, although it is still early, it's only 8:15. So Daisy has to have a tour of this one, love, and then we'll push on to the next one. Right, goodbye to Low Saddle. Our next top is called Ullscarf, I think it is. I need to check my map. But it's a straightforward yomp over to it from here. And then once we've done that one, we head into busier territory. So we'll see more people. Not seen anyone today yet, which is grand. Welcome to the top of Ullscarf, 726 metres. Bit of a domed top compared to the last one. What a view, the air is so clear. I remember last time I had a temperature inversion like this. It was up on Cadair Idris, and the conditions were similar. You could just see forever. Absolutely amazing. Let's give you a quick daisy tour of this one, and then we'll push on to the next one. Daisy, over to you. Goodbye to Ullscarf. Beautiful up there. I was tempted to stop and have something to eat, but the longer I leave it to get over to High Raise, the more likely it is I'll have company up there. So yeah, pushing on. It does look like a fair distance away. I can't seem to find a path at the moment. I seem to have just drifted off piste. Well, there is a whacking great path. I just wasn't on it. I took a bearing straight towards High Raise. In actual fact, the path goes off to the left slightly and follows the crest of the ridge, which is all the better because you get a better view. Well, that big flat expanse of ground behind me, very waterlogged, very boggy. I've got a fair bit of descent to do yet before we start our big climb. A few wild campers out here. They've picked a good spot. Oh, so the climbing has begun again. Holy cheese. Just trying to get back into a rhythm. My legs are pooped. I've only had one breakfast so far. I need to put that right. Welcome to the top of High Raise. Wow. Wow. What an amazing summit. Views around are mind blowing. Definitely somewhere to take a break, and for the moment at least, we've got the place to ourselves. Well, goodbye to High Raise. Getting busy up there now. We've got one more top to do, and I think I'm actually on the wrong path. I might need to skirt across a little bit. I'm a double muppet, what can I say? First one is the last shot I've probably, hopefully, edited into the video. I was trying to get the reflection in the water just right. When I was standing there, lining up the shot, and then the water started pouring over the top of my boot because I'd gradually been sinking and hadn't noticed. And I've been waiting for about half an hour, a succession of people coming to the summit to try and get it to myself. And then I thought I'll have a look at the map. And it turns out that isn't the summit. And the highest point is over the other side here where there's been nobody. Welcome to the top of Cobdale Head. The one over there, which I've been waiting to go up, which I don't need to, is Sergeant Man. Look at the views. Just wow, what a special day. Absolutely brilliant. That fog doesn't look like it's going anywhere, does it? Some days you think it'll burn off, but it's a sea of fog that goes on forever. And so I think I'm going to have to accept that much of my descent is going to be in it. Right, just come across this stream, a little gully. Do they call them gills here? I think they might do. And yeah, the path now follows this stream. Wow, what a place this is. Absolutely stunning. Thought I'd finished going up for today. Holy cheese. Well, I'm about to enter the fog zone. A lovely little zigzagging path down the hill. It's eased the gradient right back. It's made it an absolute piece of cake coming down so far. Oh, what a great idea. Well, that was a truly excellent path. Wow, superb. I think I've lost about 200 to 220 metres down there, and it's been absolutely fine. And yeah, we're sort of below the fog layer now, and so we've got some views which is brilliant. I can see the Dilemma footbridge ahead of me. In this valley there's a path running on both sides of the river at the bottom, and yeah, this side is a more major path on the map. Looking at the satellite view, there's not a lot in it, and if anything the other side looks a little bit better. We shall find out, because I'm minded to go over the footbridge in a minute and return on the other side. Holy tree! What a beautiful place this is. Sun's breaking through. Cloud seems to be clinging to the slopes, creating a little bit of clear sky in the middle. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. So peaceful. I love these sort of places. Well, that was a very long and very beautiful Langstrath Valley. We reached the end here and we turned back towards Stonethwaite, and probably about 20 minutes or so back to the van from here. Wow, what a day for today. The Central Fells, first time I've been here, absolutely breathtaking. Nice. Try and put a bit of wildlife in the video. It isn't just a sheep. And look what happens. Maybe I should just stick to mountains. Right, I'm coming towards the end of this adventure. It's been an absolute epic. Wow, I've enjoyed today so much. Been brilliant. Hope you've enjoyed it too. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you on the next one. All being well. Bye for now.